Dear educators, a very warm welcome from StudentAlliance. Now, most of you guys know that IFPD is something that will solve your problem. But how do you understand subject-wise it will help you? So today I'm going to talk about chemical coordination chapter from class 11 biology. This is especially for people who are preparing for your NEET examination, and at the same time for people who are preparing for other competitive examinations where you require NCERT as a main medium of study. Now, using the import option, I will directly be able to import the textbook. In case you have a textbook option, you can directly import that PDF onto a whiteboard, right? So now I've directly imported it. Now, in this chapter, there are three features that will prominently be used for the explanation purposes. Because what happens is generally in NEET, at least 3 to 4 questions come from this chapter, and they are mostly based on examples. For example, they would want to ask you what are the different types of hormones, if it is a steroid or a non-steroid hormone, what is the amino acid based derived hormone, things like that, right? And at the same time, they would ask questions regarding what is a deficiency if your parathyroid hormone is not working well, or what is a deficiency if your pancreas are not working well, right? So let us make a very simple explanation as to how you can use the features of the StudentAlliance panel and teach this chapter in a much quality way. So here I have the current PDF, right? I can navigate through PDF for different pages that I'm looking forward for. Now, for example, in case we talk about the pituitary gland. Now, pituitary gland itself has so many hormones that it's very important to remember example of each and every part of it, right? So what I do, in case I want to show a video for the same thing, I will use the split screen option. I just select here, I go on split screen, and in split screen using video I'll be able to talk about the pituitary hormone. So I just need to select browser. So as soon as browser is selected, I can click on YouTube. Now let me look for a video. In case you already have a video that is there, I'll look for a video, or you can just type here Now when you see, you are able to see that I'm using both my hand as well as the stylus. So there is a provision where you can use both the things at the same time. Now in case you want to show any kind of video, let's say that we are showing this video.
The pituitary gland is a very important.
So what I do is, I select my screen. I'm showing the pituitary gland NCERT portion on one side, I'm showing the YouTube on the other side. Now why is this important? Because during your NEET examinations or any competitive examination per se, each and every line from your textbook is important, right? So here, using the video, I can actually interpret the features and the structure of that particular hormone, and at the same time, we have a feature called mind maps. Now this is such a great feature wherein you can have the entire picture of your application on one particular board. So what I do is, I reduce the size, I click on more, I add mind maps, I can reduce the size accordingly I want. Now we know that pituitary gland is responsible for a lot of coordination of other hormones. So how do I keep that in remembrance, right? So let me write you write something, it will directly smart write it without any other, like you don't have to go on your laptop, make a presentation and come back. You can directly make your mind maps here. So once pituitary is done, in this you write the different types of hormones that are there. For example, in case you want to show that true pituitary hormone, there are two types of it, where there is the right side of it, the posterior side is called the adenophysis, and the anterior side is neurophysis, right? So how exactly you can present that here? Select this, right? Just show the posterior and the anterior. Right? So as soon as that is shown, then you can make different types of boxes under each column, where you can list the number of hormones that are there. So here, in case you want to highlight something, you can just click on select. You can increase the size of your current option using the pen option. You can actually highlight something. You can use the color, whichever color that you want, right? So you'll be able to highlight these things. You can save this. The entire screenshot will be saved. And at the same time, you can write something and you can use the board accordingly. For example, in case you need to know about ACTH hormone, just write ACT. Just click on select option and circle this, click on smart write, and then click on search. So as soon as you click on search, from your board you're directly navigating to this particular browser, where adenocorticotropic hormone features will be shown on your browser, right? So every time you want to do an explanation, just NCRT won't be enough. You will have to use features like split screen, use features like mind map, and also use screens like cross browser compatibility, which will help you increase your interaction with the student while you're taking a chapter like chemical coordination. 2 pointers while you have to remember. One, while any of your YouTube video is being played, make sure that you use up to 4K option, because our panel has up to 4K display. The second thing, make sure that every time you write something, you don't need to specifically save it, because it has an option of saving things. But do not forget to share these things with your students, because unless or until you don't share these notes with them, they will not get it, on an instant basis. So as soon as I click on the share option, the entire PPT that I have will be shared in the form of a barcode, where students can directly download these notes without waiting for any further, approval. So this was one video about chemical coordination, and in this series we're going to talk about different types of other chapters in biology, in physics, in chemistry, as to how our panel of Student Alliance will help you make your learning engagement process better. So as I told you, you have the barcode. This barcode will, if you scan it, students will get the notes instantly, right? So let's make sure that we keep our learning much more smarter, make sure that our students are able to reach their potential using a platform like the Student Alliance Digital Board. Thank you.